And welcome back to the Dolden Details channel. Right, we make a welcome return to the Mini and the Turtle Waxes Hybrid Solutions range. The B-Road blaster is covered in filth and it needs a damn good wash. So we have the ceramic wash and wax to help maintain the finish this week. And we also have the 3-in-1 detail, also known as the waterless wash system. I don't really believe in the waterless wash systems. I know guys out there need to do it and they don't have access to power washers and all the rest of it, but we're going to just use this as a quick detail this week. And also, this stuff is not your traditional shampoo. This isn't just tip it in the bucket and hope for the best. There's some crafty instructions to take note of on the bottle of this, which we found out on the day, but really worth doing. So without further ado, you can't go down the aisle and get any Twiglets because they're all sold out. There's no more toilet paper in the shots because someone's got a really nasty cold, so you just have to have fruit salad this week and self-medicate with a litre of gin. Roll the video. So here we go then, you've got your fruit salad, you've got your pint of gin and tonic. Desperate measures. Honestly, went in our supermarket the other day, couldn't find a thing. Even sold out of wine gums. What is going on? Right. Give it a rinse down, get rid of that Carbotech brake dust. Then it's on with the Ultimate Finishes wheel cleaner. I have ramped this up considerably this week. Double strength this week. Around about 200 ml in that bottle. Looks like antifreeze or screen wash. Smells divine though, it's lovely stuff. Now you can of course use acidic wheel cleaners when wheels get this bad, but to be honest I don't like using them. And no, I'm not wearing gloves in some of the shots in this because I have to operate the camera. So work your way around the wheel with the EZ brush and watch that foam start to work on the brake dust. These are terrible wheels. Too much enthusiastic driving, I feel. Nothing wrong with that. It is a B-Road blaster after all. So that is an Atlas brush. That's chemical resistant, that brush. Don't forget the lug nut areas. And another rinse down. With the rear wheels, it's not too bad. Even though this is running discs all the way around. And the sun was out. Absolutely incredible. No rain for a change. Although it was rather cold. Get on with it, you big wimp. Stop complaining. So once again, we're going to hit these wheels with fallout remover. Look at the state of these. It's only done 3 weeks ago. Well, it was when I shot this video. Terrible. Another rinse down. Might be wondering about the paint. Is there any protection left on it? There's the overspray. So underneath we have the spray coating from Turtle Wax. Now, a welcome return, Samsung whiteout. You may remember the video with the voxel Adam. Major failure due to a technical issue with my lance. Watch this. How to turn a Mini into a marshmallow in about, well, 2 minutes. What a difference. Now you can of course use APC underneath this if you wish. Citrus, ramp it up even more. This snow foam does have a bit of an extra bite. Urgh. So it says on the bottle. That's some super clingy foam. Did I take a picture for Insta? Nah, I ain't got time for that. Way too busy. Amount of times I've tripped over that plant pot in the morning. Wouldn't mind, but there's no plants in it. So you can't work this foam in around the door rubber areas. Minis have that awful trim around the top, dirt catching area. And you can also use a citrus to ramp it up even more. That is Alien Magic's citrus cleaner, or their APC or PreWash. 8-to-1 in that bottle, and use a decent hogshair brush to work it in. Dreadful things, these emblems on the sides of Minis. They look nice and sexy, but they hold crap. So give it a decent rinse down. Now, the coating apparently is chemical resistant. We'll find out, shall we? Now that's had citrus pre-wash on that as well as snow foam, and it's still doing its thing. So pretty impressive, they did their research. There you go, still shooting water. Yes, thanks to the local pussy brigade. No, not those ones. The furry variety. They've walked all over his bonnet. Thanks. Here we go then. Ceramic wash and wax. 90ml in the bucket. Now it appears to be fairly foamy. Yeah, that's very short-lived. Don't expect lots and lots of suds. So apply to a couple of panels. You can do one. I chose to do two, or 1.5 in this case. See, no suds, nothing. Very, very odd. So I'm looking at it thinking, that's not doing a lot. Yeah, wait till you see the next set of clips. So work your way over the panel. Now the idea is you can spritz this with water. Don't do this. So now it's showing a bit of repellency there, but not, it's a bit patchy. That's not the idea. Well, you end up with this. There's a bit of a patch going on there. Yeah. What you're supposed to do is turn your pressure washer down if you can, and put it on like a sprinkler setting if you've got one. If you've got one of those attachments like I've got, you can get them from the Cav store, eBay. Bit of a plug there for you. As I said, do a panel at a time. Now watch. With the sprinkling system going on my pressure washer, on my attachment, that's what you're left with. Tons and tons of beading. What you mustn't do is let this product dry. We're lucky because we only get 2 days of summer every year in Great Britain. That is from a shampoo. It's pretty impressive stuff. Odd to use, but impressive. It has a glassy texture to it. Very, very strange stuff. Good on glass as well. No streaking, no watermarks. So it's up to you how many panels you want to tackle. Obviously I've got to get it done, so I'm a little bit greedy. I didn't do the whole car, I just did a couple of panels at a time. And again, super beads. So you're topping the protection up. All ready for the cat to come and walk all over it. So what's it like for beads? What's it look like close up? Ooh, they're nice. Nice and pronounced. So just as effective on the glass as well. That's what it looks like in a bucket. Yeah, looks like something Shrek did. Now you can use a drying towel, or if you've got a warm air blaster like this one. Makes things a damn sight easier as well. Now you've topped the protection up, the water comes off the car a damn sight easier. Right, enough of all these sexy shots. It's time to go around the dirty end. AM metal polish. You're thinking, not again. You wouldn't believe the state of these. Now if they're really bad, you can use 4-0 wire wool. If this is just a quick polish up, just use one of your cheaper microfibers and just apply it with decent gloves like these Mambas, and then buff away. That's better. Now back to that very, very hungry trim. This is the Shiny Garage polymer based trim dressing. You can use this on the plastics and on the tyres. Some of you guys prefer the sprayable ones, the solvent-based ones. We've of course used solvent-based ones in the past. This is very, very much like Carpro Pearl. Similar smell. Really work this stuff in. Allow this to dry, and then you can just buff the residue off. So you can apply this on tyres using a foam applicator, or you can use a detail brush, a fairly stiff detail brush if you so wish. That gets in that little ridge right on the edge of the rim. As you can see all the smears where I've loaded it right up on that plastic. Just get rid of that excess, quick buff. Makes a big difference on minis, doesn't it? Trim. They start looking fresh again. That's it, Paul. Kneel down, not on knee pads, not on your pad, straight in the water. Lovely. Nice wet knees. Here we go. This is the 3-in-1 ceramic detailer. So primarily used as a waterless wash system. We're just going to lightly spritz the panel and use it as a traditional detailer. The first time you use it, it doesn't really flash off that quick. It's very odd to use. There's a sort of greasy film over the paint. You can use this on glass as well. I didn't put too much on the glass. It's always better to have a secondary cloth with you to buff it off as well. And already starting to look a lot better. So this will boost the protection levels, the LSP, last stage protection. I don't think it'll keep the cats off. I think we need a gun for that. I mean, we'll cuddle them and take them to somewhere else. So don't go mad with this. A little goes a very, very long way. The only thing you can't use this on is convertibles. So convertible mini owners, beware. But you can use it on everything else. Seems to take longer than a traditional QD. Traditional QDs will flash off far quicker than this. It seems to be a bit smeary. Roll on the summer. I won't have to wear about 15 layers. So interestingly enough, Sean went out in the car later on and it was raining and he sent me a short video and the car still looked lovely and clean and dry. So the water repellency is working nicely. So after a quick walk around and a quick tidy up and a final buff to see if we'd missed anything, it was time for a coffee. And I was thinking, please don't get dirty again because I'll be back here in 3 weeks' time. That's it, Paul. Speed it up. We've got some sexy B-roll to show you. So, this is what we're left with. This is the final finish. Now the Mini all looks sparkly and nice and clean again, and it's already thrashed down those back roads. What do we actually think about the products? Right, the shampoo. Now it's really interesting, this stuff to actually use. I do read instructions, but we got a little bit confused on the day, and I was like, yeah, I understand you have to rinse it down or mist it with water. And I thought, you know what, I'll just pull the trigger on the power washer. It's bound to be like a wet coat type affair. And that didn't really work out that well. It kind of washed the product off of the car. So I turned it onto the sprinkler setting after recoating it. So wash mitt back in the bucket, over the panel, and then hey presto, the beading action starts to materialise, and it has all this amazing gloss action, and it really is a clever product. I was actually described this as more of like a wet coat shampoo, if that makes any sense. It's trying to do everything. So it's trying to clean, it's trying to protect, you know, maintain that finish, give you the beading, and it really is very clever. That's all the plus sides. It's very clever at what it does. It's good, all right? So on the whole, it's great. Now, we're going to talk about prices because this isn't exactly cheap. 1.4 litres of this, or 1.42 to be exact, is £18, which is fairly pricey for a shampoo. A lot of my shampoos are like, you know, £10, £12. Yeah, they're smaller bottles, but they're more economical. I can get away with 10ml and 20ml, 90ml in this. So it's around about 15 washes if my maths is right, or Sean's because he worked it out. So it's not exactly great value for money. The whole idea about all these products is they all work in conjunction with each other, and you're supposed to maintain the finish throughout the range. So thus extending the 6 to 12 months, whatever it is, depending on where you live. And I understand how it works, but it is a very odd product. So on the whole, it is brilliant to use. In fact, it's fantastic on glass, and on the paint, we couldn't believe it. Like, whoa, that's some serious bead action. From a shampoo, that's just crazy. So I do like the product. It is a tad pricey though. That's just my personal opinion. So I'd love to know your thoughts on this, if you've got any. And when it comes to the detail, the 3-in-1 detail, now primarily you can use these as waterless wash systems. You know, it's got these dirt encapsulants, if that's a word, which gather up the dirt and the muck, and you use multiple cloths, and then you just go over the panel, and all the lubricants are supposed to suspend the dirt, get it off the panel, you don't have any wash marring. I don't really believe in these sorts of products. I think there's only one way you can clean a car, and that's with water. I might be wrong, but that's just the way I've been taught, and that's how I've learned. So this does provide some really nice gloss. It's quite odd to apply. It's almost like a greasy feel. It's a very weird feeling when it's not like any other QD. When you put a QD on, it sort of flashes off. It hazes and flashes. This takes a little while. Definitely use 2 cloths with this. You're going to need them, if not 3. It is very odd stuff to use, but it does provide this amazing warm glow to the car, and obviously it helps maintain the finish. Price for this, same again, it's £18. It's fairly pricey, to be honest, for a QD. Size wise, 1.4 litres for the shampoo. This one's 946 mils, so it's a fairly big bottle, but it is fairly pricey. The whole idea, as I said before, about all these products, they all work in tandem with each other. Now, we've shot the videos kind of separately, or bar the 3-in-1 detail, so you can actually see them for yourselves working. The whole idea is you start off with the polish, you know, the spray coat, and you go through the entire range and do it all on your vehicle, and that's how it works. Okay, so the big channel news for me is I've been contacted from DriveTribe. Yes, Tim Rody, who runs the editorial team over at DriveTribe in London, contacted me and asked me if I wanted to join. Now, I've got myself an account on DriveTribe now, and you can see the videos on there. You might be seeing some behind the scenes stuff, which I'm going to have to work on. There is a few articles on there as well. It's all very new to me. It's a new platform, but I can reach out further afield to get across the globe, as it were, and become transatlantic. So thanks ever so much for watching this week, guys. I will put a link to DriveTribe down below. All you got to do is get yourself an account. It's very easy, and then you just search in the people section for Paul Dolden, and you will find me. You can send me a direct message, and we can even have a chat. Don't all do it at once though. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.